All right, Eunice Josie again. So who loves this eyeshadow look I just created here? Look at it. You can see how the different colors just blend in and mix together. So straight up, I'm going to be showing you how I created this look on my other eye. Let's pray that the Lord is with me and everything looks exactly the same. So first of all, I'll be going on with this transition color. I've explained what transition color is before, so I'm just going to be applying that to my crease to just give a base to the whole eyeshadow routine, just like that, with the patting motion. You can see how it looks. You have to blend properly and make sure that the lines are not just scattered, using a slight circular motion and then sweeping across, making sure it gets to the end there. And after that, I'm going to be adding a fuchsia pink shade. It's kind of reddish, kind of pinkish. I'm going to be applying that also on the crease, though a little bit lower than where I applied my transition. There, you can see how it looks right there, real quick. This is a blending brush. It's very important to have one, especially if you want to pop nice eyeshadow. Okay, so after that, I'm going to be adding a blue, kind of like a royal blue, not too deep, not too bright. I'm just going to be adding it lightly, repeatedly though, lightly, just so that I do not pack on too much product into the crease, making sure that the transition and the other pink I've applied before stays higher than this blue and doesn't go too much further into the front of the eyeshadow. Okay, there. Lord Jesus be with us. See what it looks like. The pink is still showing on top of it. So after that, from my shimmer palette, I'm going to be adding a blue to my outer corner underneath my crease. So there, I'll be applying it on my outer corner, just underneath my crease, making sure it has a definite end line. If you can see what I'm talking about, it just creates a certain limit for myself at a stage, just so that the other colors on top of it can show. And then after that, I'll be adding this beautiful shade of silver to the front part. Blending softly, blending real softly. You can see how I'm creating a line on top as I'm blending the inside, so that everything doesn't just come off looking scattered. And then I'm adding this white shimmer shade also on top of the silver, just so that the silver will pop more. You see, they're almost done already. And then I'm going to be adding another blue color behind, so just let everything mix up and produce this really nice, soft but still glam kind of gradient. See how it looks. So now I'm going to go back in on my blending brush and blend the top out to keep the proportions accurate. Glory to God, it didn't go half bad. So there you have it. Very simple, very simple if you know just what to do. So I'm going to be adding a little bit of powder to where my concealer is. I'm still going to glow it later. You can see that this part has a little bit of a glow on it. So after patting, I'm going to glue. So I'm going to go and put on some lashes so that we can do highlight and contour, and I'll be back. Next on, I'm going to be using a primer. Now, like I've said, the foundation, the basis of a very good skin work starts with a good primer and a good foundation. Now, this is the primer I use. It's from Pond's. Now, it's a very good primer because it also It helps people who have oily skin or people whose skin break out easily. Just over time, if you keep using it, it helps your skin also, as well as helps your makeup. So I'm just going to be applying that lightly. I'm blending with my fingers all over my face. I should have done this off cam, but I just wanted to show you what it looks like. So there, I'm just going to let it enter in. I'll be applying this all over my face. Whenever you're applying your foundation, do not get caught up in the beauty and be tempted to apply too much at a time. Just so that the lighter you appear, the lighter your foundation, the more your highlight and contour looks better actually. So just going to be blending this lightly into my skin, not too much at a time or even too much at all. You can see it's very lightweight foundation. That's why I really like this foundation. It's super lightweight. Like when you use it, it's almost as though you have just powder on. Actually really affordable too though. So you can see I'm using a patting motion. The application of your foundation depends on the kind of foundation you are using. Now this is more of a water-based foundation, so I can just pat it into my skin. If it is a cream-based foundation, I think I might have to use a brush so that it can really blend in. See what the weather is doing to us. I'm going to be highlighting with this is LA Girl Pro Conceal in medium beige. It's a little too light for me, but I'm going to be making it work. I'm just going to apply. Just watch what I do. I'm not going to be applying too much at the time because I want my makeup to look light and not heavy. You see the direction to which I am highlighting everything. It looks like a V shape. You see how it looks. I'm going to be doing the same thing for my other eye. Now, for the sake of space and time, I'm only going to be doing highlights and contour with cream products like concealer, foundation, and the rest of them. I have a video on powder highlights, very easy to follow, on my Instagram, so you can easily just go and check that out on my YouTube page. My YouTube channel. You can just go ahead and check that out on powder highlight and contour. Pretty easy, even on a budget. It's cheap products. I won't call them affordable, I'll call them cheap because they're actually really cheap. Now I'm applying this on my T-zone. You notice that before, when I sat back, there were places that looked lighter than the others. Beneath your eyes, your forehead, the bridge of your nose, and your chin. Whenever you are in the sun, light will always bounce on these places first. So what highlight does is to, like the word actually is, highlight these places to help the light to look better on them. So I'm just going to be blending. Okay, so there, with the patting motion, I've blended most of this. I'm going to blend it underneath my nose so that that place doesn't come off looking black after I finish my makeup. Now, I am supposed to set my highlights with this setting powder. This is from Anastasia Beverly Hills, but I'm trying to use products that you can easily relate to, especially for beginners. So I'm going to be setting with this powder palette. I'm going to be using a powder that is a little lighter than my shade, and then I'm just going to be packing it on lightly, patting first of all so that it doesn't come off looking rough. Just going to be patting on all the parts very gently. See how I'm following the outline? I know I'm always using the word outline. That's just how our terminologies are in makeup. I'm going to be doing the same for the bridge of my nose, and same for all the rest. And finally to my forehead, like that. Like I said, underneath my eyes, my chin, the bridge of my nose, and my forehead. I'm going to contour. I don't want to use something too far from my skin shade also, so that I don't look like night and day on my highlight and contour. You guess I'm just going to be using a powder that is a shade darker than mine, and then with the circular motion I'll be going on underneath my highlight to where underneath my cheekbones directly, and I'm going in circular motion. You can see that it helps it to blend better. If you just go with strokes, it will leave lines on your makeup, and nowadays having lines on your makeup is just not on. It used to be on before, but right now it is going out of style. So you see how flawless it looks. It doesn't look like there's one line of contour there. It just looks a few shades darker there. I'm doing the same for the other side. I'm going all the way to my forehead because this part is also supposed to look contoured, especially if you have a wide face. Contouring this part is going to make your face look visually smaller when you take a picture. It's like one of the effects that you see on Snapchat. Yeah, when you take those pictures and it looks like your face looks very chiseled, it is the contour effect from their programming or whatever. So that's basically like what we do with makeup. And then if you have an unusually long face, you can also contour this part lightly, your jawline, so you can see how flawless this looks. Yeah, there. So now I'm going to be contouring my nose. Point of contouring the nose is to make it look more chiseled and to make it appear smaller. I'm trying to be really fast with this. I don't have space on my phone anymore. So you can see. I don't want it to look too dark. These lights. I'm using another blending brush. Just make straight lines. I hope you can see what I'm doing properly. Just straight lines, and then I try to blend them out so that the lines do not look too definite and then just looks like something that I wrote with a ruler. It's not a drawing, it's contour. You get me? Now this is just from my what's it called again? Face definer from Classic. I'm going to be taking the glue and applying a little to the tip of my nose, and then just brush a little all the way up. See that I'm avoiding this part because if I apply that, everything's just going to look straight without the actual illusion of a contour. So I'm avoiding this particular place and applying to the tip and then all the way up. You can see how it looks. Looks great, don't you think? It already helped me. So I'm going to be gluing my face. Of course, with this glue, I'll be gluing the apples of my teeth. You see the way I'm applying it? And then I'll just drag it behind a little bit. You see how perfectly blended in it looks? The whole skin, it doesn't look separate. It doesn't look like it's sitting on its own. I love Classic glue. I love Classic glue. Gluing my forehead. And then my chin. Yeah. Who loves me? Who loves this face? Look at it, look at it, look at it, look at it.